Okay. I'm not. All right.
Do it!
Okay.
I ain't got all day. I got shit to do.
This is the.
I think we're live.
All right. I think we're live. So, hello, guys. Welcome back. It's me, best friend Cat again. And we are on with the 7th guest run by Die4Ever. Commentating, we have Dark Shocks and Gelly. Guys, take it away when you're ready.
All right, hey guys, I'm Die4Ever. I'm speedrunning the 7th Guest 25th Anniversary Edition, all puzzles. And with me I have Gelly. Good, Gelly.
Hi.
And Dark
I'm
Shocks.
Gelly.
Hi.
All right, so we're going to watch this intro. It's a 7-minute long intro, so grab some popcorn. Don't worry, it's an amazing intro. It's not one of those lame intros. We actually have the ability to skip this, but it's just too good. We have the technology to skip it, but not the willpower.
This is part of the time estimate, by the way, so for anybody who's managing. Don't
Oh
worry,
yeah, we can
but-
start the timer now if you guys think that's like simpler.
Yeah, if that's a more appropriate way to start, we can start.
Yeah, because I did
now,
include
and
this
that'll-
in the estimate.
Yeah.
But the actual speedrun timing doesn't start until first input after the intro.
Just like 7 minutes from now. This is
Yeah,
a good intro.
it's the best intro.
Sorry.
I mean, the 11th hour intro is pretty good too, but this one's actually just the best of all time. And luckily, this version of the game does have subtitles.
He was a drifter, moving from town to town.
Yeah, this is a 90s
Gas
quality.
station here, the grocery store.
Yeah, this game came out in 1993, about 6 months before Myst.
One night, she was coming home from choir practice, but she never got there. Stoff took her purse and ran away. The pittance spent, Stoff had to run and hide. He sunk even lower. He had nothing. No life, no possessions, no dreams. And that's when the vision came. A doll. And in his dream, Stoff reached out. It was a gift. Stoff carved the doll, whittling the haunting face until it was an exact replica. And when he was done, Stoff went to town, to a bar. The owner had a daughter. He said his girl would love the strange doll. And Stoff offered it to the man. And the owner, in turn, offered Stoff food and a place to stay. A simple transaction. The first of many. And that night,
Yeah, we're just watching the intro right now.
had another vision.
I guess real quick before, the intro ends.
Stoff created the
Skipping
puzzle.
animations in this game,
He saw
animations, dialogue, cutscenes, everything.
everyone.
You do that with the right click or with the spacebar. So a big part of the speedrun is just, spamming away on both the right click and the spacebar
Stoff
at the
opened
same
shop
time to skip
because
everything.
everyone wanted a Stoff
There's lots of little animations
it's-
for every little puzzle piece and everything.
from all the neighboring
Mm-hmm.
towns.
It's also based off of your CPU speed, I believe, and not like how fast your CPU goes, but like your frequency, I think it is, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, not directly the frequency, just the performance in general. But yeah,
basically
skipping in this
speeds up
game is actually
those
just fast
cutscenes.
forwarding.
Yeah, it just fast forwards as fast as the computer can go, which is
Yeah.
absurd. But
I've kind of thought of just buying a new CPU just for
Die.
speedrunning this game, but it'd be kind of cheap to just.
don't
Pay to
worry,
win.
they're all out of stock. You're not going to be able to buy anything new anytime soon.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think it'd make a huge difference though, because it's already so fast. It's kind of.
Great house, a mansion at the wealthy toy.
I feel like it's more about the human limit right now,
Strange house, a house that scared people.
but I'm sure it would help.
It might be a free amount of time save. You never know.
Yeah, it'd probably give me a sub 8.
Totally unfair, but
Yeah. I've considered ways to like scale it, but CPUs are too complex to really figure that out, I think. Unless I scale it by like Cinebench score, I don't know.
Isn't this a cheery place? Edward, I'm not sure we should have been here today.
Why? Because it's a spooky old house? Don't worry, dear. I'll watch
Yeah,
out
so these are
for
the
you.
guests. The first guest was Martine Burden. These two guests are Edward and Eleanor Knox. This is Julia Hine.
Oh, what a dump. I expected more of Mr. Stuff.
Schedule change again? I guess we're a bit ahead of schedule, but I can show some extra stuff.
Lord, it
mind,
smells
okay.
awful too.
This is Brian Dutton.
What's Stoff been doing here?
Yes, we are actually ahead of schedule to answer their question.
Yeah, I'll just show a couple little things, I guess. This is Hamilton Temple. He's a magician.
how could you tell?
This game takes place in the 1930s, by the way.
Yeah,
Probably worth mentioning.
this takes place in 2003.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to start.
Nothing.
Okay, and go.
All right, Chuck.
Right, yeah, we're going to start with a cake puzzle in the dining room, where we split a cake into 6 pieces, one for each guest. Why only 6? Because there's only 6 guests here currently. We're moving the cursor in one line across all segments so that each piece of cake has 2 skulls, 2 stones, and the rest is just icing. And we're already done. Up next, we move on to the kitchen, where there's a wonderful sentence we have to build from these letters. As you see, there is no actual vowels other than the letter Y. So, what other could you spell than Shy Gypsy, slyly, spryly tryst by my crypt, which is exactly what he is doing while making the optimal movements to do that. Once that is done, we move on to the right, where we find a door, a tiny little grate puzzle into a maze. Now, most people go to this place and go into the maze and don't know what to do there, because there's a map to the maze which is in a completely different part of the house that you most likely won't have seen by the time you're here. So in that case, well, just tough luck. We of course know the solution and just go the 5th on the right, and then I don't know, some left, some right. We got coffins. This is essentially lights out, if you've heard of that. So you click one coffin and some all in the area around it open, and we're done with the coffins.
I'm showing this cutscene for fun. This is just for fun. That's why I'm not skipping it.
Soups on, everyone. Get your soups on emotes in the chat if you haven't.
I feel sick.
Oh, right. Up next,
There's a map warp coming up after this cutscene.
Oh, right. So you can move to different positions in a room by clicking there, or you can open the map and close the map, which will put you at a specified spawn location for each room, which can be faster than actually moving there.
Yeah, map warping just resets your position
Yeah,
in the
the
world,
queen-
in the room, I mean.
Exactly.
Right.
A queen is lead.
Okay. So for the queens puzzle, it's just exactly what you
Clown.
think. It's putting down the 8 queens in places where they can't attack each other. There's 3 chess puzzles in this game. We're actually moving on to the next one. Oh wait.
Balloon, Sonny.
Yeah.
Gotta watch
Here's a nice one.
Clap.
Pretty balloon.
Yeah, I'm just doing those because we're ahead of schedule. All right, back to the game.
Right. That one's better in French, by the way. Anyways, so for the bishops puzzles that we're doing here, you have to actually move the bishops from one side over to the other without them attacking each other. Also, the screen goes black for a while because the game has a hint that it forces to show you, interestingly enough, in the 25th anniversary edition. But yeah, it's basically two puzzles interleaved with each other because, as you notice, only the white bishops can attack the white bishops on the other side and vice versa. So it's basically doing this puzzle twice in a row. I don't get the affinity with chess puzzles, but whatever. You know, it is what it is.
It's a good source of puzzles.
No!
Yeah. And then after we do this, we'll move on to some word puzzles. So the first one that we'll be moving to is the bed puzzle. With the bed puzzle here, you have to spell out a thing. I never remember. Oh, the sky is ruddy. Your fate is ruddy.
Bloody.
Your fate is bloody.
Wow, I actually got close. You can only move forward or backwards 3 or 5 moves, and each star is a space, so that predetermines what valid sentences could be. So yeah, that's always fun. And if you're thinking, wow, I really wish I could solve the next one on my own, don't you worry. I won't even have to tell you what this next one is because... oh, wait, no, this is the spider's puzzle first. It's pretty self-evident. It's basically putting spiders onto points and avoiding them colliding with each other. I don't know. It just happened. So he's got a solution. There's no possible way you'll figure this one out.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Here
comes another map
we
warp.
got it. Okay, so yeah, this is another map warp which actually adjusts your... It has to do with the fact that turning around is so slow in this room that it would be better to do a map warp to that particular cutscene. And then we move on to this puzzle. This puzzle is actually occasionally unsolvable due to 3x3 parity. The randomization doesn't keep in account whether or not the puzzle is solvable, so every time he resets, it's an invalid solution that he has to correct for. And now he's finally got one.
No, I
so.
miscounted
The
it.
chance of it being solvable is 1 in 3.
Yep. Wait, are you done?
This is really unlucky here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This happens sometimes.
Yeah, where you can have just absolute swaths of time where it just doesn't give you anything. And that's because the game doesn't care. It's a third chance.
I'm going to have to start again.
Okay,
We'll get
well this
there
one's
eventually.
definitely...
If it makes you feel better.
There we go.
This is putting us back on schedule. So... and then that will lead into an ad by McDonald's because I refreshed. Sorry, are we on the
Spelling
are we
box.
on the spelling box?
Right, spelling
Okay,
box.
cool. So this is another 3x3 puzzle where you spell a predetermined thing, except this time it's always solvable because it always starts in the exact same way. So,
Knights.
great.
All right, up next we got knights, where the usual task, the original task, is to take only knights moves to move these 12 black and 12 white knights to the other side, essentially flipping them along the axis. However, we found out recently by accident that instead of like flipping them, which is the same as like a 180 degrees rotation, a 90-degree rotation will do fine. And so the 36 move solution turned into a 30 move solution. Now, here you just find a open connection from the end of the maze to the beginning of the maze, and then you pump blood through the heart, and the entire thing fills, and that's the solution to the puzzle. Up next we have the coins. No, the cards. Sorry.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and it's already over. But you can only move up, down, left, or right, and you have to fill all of them, flip all the cards in a row, in sequence. Now you've seen it with cards. Up next, you'll see it with coins in Dutton's room. Yeah. I don't know why they chose to do the same puzzle twice in a row. This is a special solution.
To be fair, it's only twice in a row in the speedrun.
Using only what you...
Anyway, up next is the chapel, which is right next to his room. There are 3 colors on those fields, but it's way too short to be able to explain it. It's really hard to beat casually, just like this microscope puzzle is really hard to beat casually, but in this speedrun it flies over in a minute. You have to capture the other side by infecting the cells of the enemy, but he is really poorly programmed in this version as opposed to the original version where he crushes you to death. Am I missing something? Gallery, right. Remember the lights out in the crypt? This is the same thing, just you don't have open and closed. You have red, green, and color face, and you're supposed to turn him into color face. We do that by finding a short pattern and then whatever. We're at the piano. We have some time. Yeah. Pianos follow the leader. Gelly?
Piano! It says 12, 17,
18.
I never know.
18.
It's too many. And you have to do 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5. So it's just a lot of piano clicks. If he misses one, he has to start the puzzle over. If he accidentally clicks off the puzzle, he has to start the puzzle over. If he sneezes, he has to start the puzzle over. There's basically nothing he can do except
like that.
Stauf hates sickness, except for the children that he killed. But it's awful and it's bad and it's stupid. And this is why he runs the all puzzles. Well, no, is the piano required? Yeah, I think the piano is required. Some of the puzzles that we've been looking at aren't required necessarily, such as the heart puzzle and the microscope puzzle. But this one is required, and it's just about as bad as it is in the original version, except you can skip things to make it go faster, so you can screw up faster. So that's cool.
The original version of the puzzle had 2 more hitboxes to the right where you could accidentally go out of the puzzle, which would reset everything. So there is a quality of life upgrade in this version, which eliminates the hitbox on the right. So it's a lot easier, and it's also a lot faster because you can skip the note inputs. I think it's the inputs. Is that what you skip essentially?
Just skipping all the animations in general.
Of the
animation, right.
And also you can see your mouse cursor, like always.
Right.
But yeah, this version of the piano is probably like 8 times faster than the original game's piano.
And it's based off a song. And this, by the way, this is the part of the game when I was playing it casually that I figured out that rearranging Stauf gives you the word Faust, which means something.
Which is relevant in the second game, The 11th Hour, the sequel to this game.
It's also relevant in this game because he's evil.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Is it relevant? Are you serious?
I can't play while I'm laughing.
We can have a 2-hour discussion on what is relevant and what isn't.
He's the devil. That's the entire point.
So you
Okay, next
He's the
puzzle.
devil in a haunted house.
The next puzzle. Oh,
Knives.
Knives.
Cracker Barrel Pack puzzle.
Cracker Barrel Pack puzzle. Go.
Nice.
And it's over already. Delete the swords and jump over stuff. Up next, on the house, we try to find a path through the lights.
Let's look at the
house.
dogs.
And we're
It
done.
doesn't matter.
Wonderful.
Great.
There we go. Alright, let's end the
These
game.
Dogs freaked me out when I played it as a kid. I probably shouldn't have played it as a kid. Anyway.
No,
That would be speedrun timing, and we'll leave some extra time for this ending cutscene.
Yeah, you guys can keep the timer running. Normally the run would have been done by now. Yeah, this is the outro.
I've been here before. I've seen all this over and over.
Help me! Someone, please!
Tried to
The secret is, you are the 7th guest.
Oh yeah, we're the little boy who you see running through the house, and it's
Oh, yeah,
like
there's
stuck
a story
in a
in
time loop. And
There's a
so-
Yeah,
story.
this is when he realizes
And-
he's actually the boy stuck in the time loop.
You act as if the time loop is totally a normal thing to have in a story like this.
I know, right? Come on, how did he not realize sooner?
I don't know what does it say in the novel, Di?
The novel.
It doesn't say much more.
Is it canon?
Yes, everything in the
That's
series is
great.
canon.
That's awesome.
There's no non-canon stuff in this series. Yeah, the novel's actually written by the same guy who wrote the story for this game. So, you know, that's about as canon as you get, right?
True, books to games are always canon, right, Gilly?
Yeah,
Sorry,
sometimes they
what
go
I
a
was
little
busy
off.
being- He's really mad.
You might notice that Stoff just vomited and she melted into his vomit. That's totally normal. Don't worry.
Yep.
He's the devil. It doesn't matter.
Well, he technically has a deal with the devil, right? Faust isn't
Yeah, he has a
himself the
deal with the devil. He's channeling whatever powers.
He's the house.
devil.
Well, that's not until the 11th hour, I guess, that they reveal that.
Yeah.
No, he's still the house here. It's just you don't find out.
Yeah, they
until
don't
later.
reveal it until the 11th hour.
So spoilers. He's the house.
he is a manifestation of the house, or the other way around. I don't know. He built the house.
Probably
and he somehow
the other
transformed
way
it
around,
into-
right?
Yeah.
The house came after
The house-
Stoff.
The house built stuff. Well, no, it was the house that stuff built.
Yeah, Stoff built the house. And he was already evil at that point. We didn't prepare for
because he
this.
had
We only
the
prepared to
vision.
talk about the speedrun. We didn't. You guys didn't prepare to talk about the story. But yeah, Stoff did build the house. It says so in the intro. This
Yeah,
is
I
after the
told
virus
you, dude.
came.
How do I know this better than you?
What? No, I told you that Stoff built the house.
All right, and now it's over.
I said
Oh,
Stoff
no,
came first
volume one.
because. Yeah, volume
Oh, yeah,
1.
volume 1.
Everyone play the
So there might
13th
be a
doll in the
sequel.
11th hour.
Or 2, or 3, or 5, and 2 of them never come to life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I don't know what the
was
final
the
time
seventh
was.
Oh yeah, did we stop the timer?
Yeah, it stopped at some point.
It stopped at some point. Okay, good.
Stop when it said the end.
Cool.
Awesome. That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a good time. Good time to stop the timer, right? When the game says the end.
Yeah.
You know, I could
Yeah,
edit the
so,
game files and totally
I
make it say stop the timer.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
please.
feel like every developer in 2021 should definitely put stop the timer.
And then on piano it just says read donations. Although you guys talk too much, we didn't. Yeah, you guys talk too much. We
there
didn't have
were-
time to read anything.
I had the tracker up. There was nothing at that point.
Okay. Wow, advanced strategies there. Cool. So that was the 7th guest. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah.
I guess for
Thanks
the
for
rest of
having
the
us.
schedule, you guys can keep playing the credits if you want. It might mute your VOD though.
Are we still here? Oh god.
We'll let the credits play, then we'll go to
can't hear it.
intermission.
Oh beans.